All right, welcome back. Already back and switching gears, totally different topic. Just wrapped up with Jeff Dornick of the Jeff Dornick Show. Interesting conversation about speculating what could happen. You know, this is the wild year where anything can happen. So all we can do is speculate, and we'll find out when it happens. But yeah, I'm excited about switching gears, talking about something that is something that we can control. I mean, because let's face it, everything that we talk about, it can make us feel out of control because there's constant craziness going on. There's only so much that we can do other than get involved in our local communities to really feel like we're making a difference. And so sometimes we just need to bring it back to ourselves, our families, our personal health. Those are things that we can easily control. And it's so important to have the best health possible when there is all this craziness going around you, stress, and then that's going to lead to lack of sleep and sickness. And so, you know, I titled this show is something along the lines of finding the fountain of youth. And of course, yes, there is no fountain of youth. Someone had already commented earlier, like, well, actually, the fountain of youth was always a room. Like, no, I was just being just I don't know, just getting your attention with the fountain of youth thing. But there is things that God has given us that can basically act as a fountain of youth, things that can actually communicate with us at the cellular level. But see, I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to welcome in Dr. David Silverman right away. So here he is, Dr. David Silverman. You are a doctor and have a good handle on this, and you're going to be much better at explaining it to people. But it's just when I was thinking of what ASEA, which is what you're going to be talking about with us today, when I was thinking about what it can do for you, I mean, it can address so many different things. And I'm like, man, this is like an actual fountain of youth. So that's kind of why I just went with that. But feel free to introduce yourself to our audience today and what we're going to talk about.
Sure, Christy, thanks for having me on. And I'm so glad now that you've seen this product work and you're coming out to see how they make it at the FDA registered production facility. And then it's shipped all over the world, 33 countries right now. And I've been to most of them speaking about this. I'm glad I'm going to get a chance to meet you and your husband and the baby, and you're going to see something that's special. You know, a lot of people that develop things that change humanity in a good way, they get bought out by very powerful industries to make sure that the public never sees these things. And this is kind of a threat to the pharmaceutical industry. So, but my background is foot surgery. I'm 63 years old. I feel like I'm 30 because of your fountain of youth and the blue bottle you mentioned. I'm from I have a home in Washington, D.C. area and a home down here in Florida. So it's February. So obviously I'm in Florida. But after seeing what this product did for my dad 12 years ago, who had a very grave problem. I mean, this product works for wrinkles. It works for anti-aging, but it does some incredible things on the inside of the body. And he had the type of issue that no one wants to hear, that be told that they have in any part of their body, whether it's their prostate or their breast or their lung. And so that's why I investigated it in December 2010, saw the changes in my dad, was blown away. And then I did what you did, what you are doing in April, coming out to see meet the people of this biotech company that turned down the offer, many, to sell this, because once it's out of their control, even if someone says, we're bringing it to the world, a pharmaceutical company comes along and says, we'll give you $10 billion for it, and then it's gone. So yeah. Sorry about the dog barking.
That's okay. There must be something out there. But yeah, I mean, with this though, I mean, there's so many people that like push products and things like that. So this isn't meant to be a commercial, but just to talk about something that can actually work. And I mean, this is something that has science behind it, that has it has an ability to communicate with cells. But you can explain that much better than me
Sure.
about how this. So basically what I'm doing, just to let you know my personal story, is I'm drinking the ASEA, and yeah, I take a shot of it in the morning and at night. And, you know, while others have gotten sick around me, ever since I've been doing this, I still have not gotten sick at all this whole time. Yeah. And I mean, you could say, oh, well, that's anecdotal. Of course, you're a doctor. You know how they always like to say, like, oh, that science, that's anecdotal. But I could just tell you my experience. That's been my experience so far. But there's so many things I haven't even tapped into as far as really being committed to using it for the skin and everything, which I plan to do to do next and integrate. But explain for people how it works, because it is kind of a complicated exercise, at least for me.
Well, here's the thing. When I looked at it for my father, did I care how it worked? I really didn't. I spoke with people that it had helped with similar problems. And what I cared about was two things. Could it possibly help my father? And what were the risks? And the nice thing about this is there's no risk. What's unique about this is the drink and the gel is that it's called redox signaling molecules, but what's unique is it's in us. Like every person that's watching this, your cells are making this right now. You're making it right now in your mitochondria. But the thing is, we all made more when we were younger. At puberty, our mitochondria starts to decline. So we produce less of the molecule that we burn for fuel called ATP. What we also produce less of these redox signaling molecules. So when I was a kid and I fell off my bike or I rolled down the hill to make myself dizzy with my friends, the next day I didn't go to school like, oh God, I can't walk. I just went to school. It was like, you heal so quickly. Well, that happens when you're 20, you still bounce back, but not as quickly as you did at 10. And at 40, maybe you're in physical therapy falling off your bicycle. When you're 80, you're going to die when you hit your head on the pavement, right? It doesn't happen when we're younger. Well, when I was a kid, I produced this much. And then I went through puberty, 20s, I produced this much, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm 63. I make this much, whether I drink it or not, I'm making it. Right. Next year, I'll make less as I make less. But I drink this, and it's a biohack. I mean, there's a cool little simple book called Life's Biohack by Ricardo Wilkins. It's a 20-minute read. Then there's science books on this as well, deep science books. But bottom line is this. Our bodies function better when we were younger. We bounce back from injuries. You don't see a lot of arthritis in children. You don't see glaucoma. You don't see as much, all kinds of things. And so this enhances signaling in the body. The mechanisms, there's multiple mechanisms to what it does, but it enhances signaling. It makes it so the cells can communicate. And if they can't communicate well, then the body can't heal itself. Just like if I live on a golf course, so if I saw a golfer fall holding his or her chest, I'd say, goodbye, I got to go. And I'd call 911. And they'd say, well, where are you? What's the problem? And they would come. But if I didn't have good signal, no one's coming. And it's the same thing in the body. You said it's a cellular health product. If you have bad cells in your liver or your breast or your kidney or whatever the reason is, if the immune system can't hear that exists, then the immune system cannot get rid of that bad cell. So this doesn't cure you. It doesn't heal you. It amplifies signaling. And so when we're young, the signal is really loud. And then when we get older, it's not as loud. That's the beautiful thing about it. And last thing is the safety of it is you can't be allergic to it like a medicine. It's in you. There's no toxicity to it. Medicines have dosages. If you have a headache and you take 2 Tylenol, right, which I don't even take medicine anymore, but if I used to have a headache, I'd take 2 Tylenol. If I had a really bad headache, I wouldn't take 20 of them. And what's the reason? Because it's toxic. If I take too much, it'll kill me. There's no toxicity to this. It's not metabolized by the liver. It's not a pharmaceutical. It's something that's in us. And the last thing is it doesn't interfere with medication. So people are taking medicines for this, that, whatever. And they say, well, I'd love to get off these meds. Well, just do this. I can't say that they'll get off their meds. We're not allowed to make any claims. But what I can say about this, as opposed to someone taking another medicine, adding another medicine to their regimen, is 3 words that you can't say about medicines that I could never say as a doctor. I don't practice anymore. I couldn't say it with surgery, and I couldn't say it with pharmaceuticals. The 3 words are this: it can't hurt. And it comes with a money back guarantee too. So there's no risk with money. I sound like a salesperson when I say that, but I try to remove the barriers for people to make a decision like, hey, I don't sleep well, I want to try it. Hey, I got wrinkles, I want to try it. My son's on the spectrum, I want to try it. I just want to make sure people know that there are no barriers. It's as safe as water, and it comes with a money back guarantee.
Yeah. And I can also speak to my personal experience with that as well, because I started taking this product when I was nursing, and anytime you're either pregnant or nursing, there's always, never fails on any bottle or any product, like, make sure you consult your physician. But that obviously has to be there for reliability reasons. But I could feel safe, again, from my own personal experience. I could feel safe because there's nothing toxic to this. This is just telling my body essentially to work better, my cells to work better. And there is ASEA gel. So
Oh,
again,
yeah.
you drink the ASEA daily, and then there's a gel that you can apply directly to whatever your ailment. So for me, my ailment in the early stages of nursing, like most women can relate to, is I was having some tenderness. And you know what? I was having a lot of tenderness. I was like, oh man, I hate this. Let me not beat around the bush. I love being a mother, but I'm not going to be the flowery person that's like, oh, I just love nursing my baby. Like, I'm just going to be real with you. It's not something that I necessarily enjoy. I'm a busybody. I'm up and about, and it hurts. It hurts at the beginning. And so I was able to use the ASEA gel, and that was really the only thing that started to help it, like addressing the pain and helping the healing happen and getting me through that stage. Thank goodness I'm over that stage of nursing at this point. But I was surprised at how well that addressed the problem as well.
Well, we have, as a medical professional board of the company, I'm on it, and there are MDs and osteopaths and dentists and naturopaths, and one is a midwife, and she did a really interesting quote unquote study observation. Any of the women who said they would get on ASEA, they did. And some women said, no, I'm not going to do it. But she's a midwife. She tracked a couple things. One was the amount of time that the women were in labor. And it was dramatically shorter in the ones that were drinking ASEA. And also the appearance of the placenta. There's some placentas will look very healthy. Some will look not so healthy. Some will look bad. And everybody had really healthy placentas. So, the baby is making these molecules too. Right. And I mean, it's so safe. I put it in a spray bottle. So I can spray it on my face. I can put it in my eye. I mean, it's literally going in my eye. That's how safe it is. And with the gel, the body, this allows the body to rejuvenate its own cells. We say this is cellular health from the inside out, and this is cellular health from the outside in. It's in a gel form. And people say, do I use one or both? Well, if you just want to look younger, just use this. If you want to be younger and live younger longer, you use this too. But there's something else about this, Christy, that I love. And it's that it can open a closed mind in 10 minutes. You give me somebody that reads online, it's salt water, it's a scam. If they do what I say, as God is my witness, they'll know that it's real. And sometimes these are the types of things that wake people up from being in the matrix. Like they think they know what's going on. Then all of a sudden they see something that's just not right. Like Morpheus said to Neo, you've had to sense something's wrong. Well, sometimes it's a shock that it's wrong. You just see it happen. Well, if you take the gel and you find a few people that are hurting, their neck, their back, their knee, if they follow a simple little instructions, takes 10 minutes, that's it. Just by putting this clear liquid on that's marketed for wrinkles, that has no smell and has no greasiness. I'm putting it on my face. In 10 minutes, a person can prove to themselves that it's real, because the person puts it on they rate their discomfort in their neck on a scale of 1 to 10. Their back is killing them, their hand or whatever it is. Say, okay, here's where it is now. I'm going to ask you in 10 minutes how it feels. And they shake this up and they put it on a specific way 3 times in 5 minutes. So they put it on, it dries, put it on, it dries, put it on, it dries in the area. At 10 minutes, ask them how they feel. It's fascinating. It fascinates everybody to watch what 9 out of 10 people say, which is, how did it do that? I read online this doctor said it was salt water. How did it do that? I don't understand. And what that does is it opens their mind to the whole thing. And they're like, my God, maybe there's something here. Maybe there is hope for my dad, my mother. Maybe I don't have to be living, taking all these medications, or my child. And that's what I love about this, because it's just so darn fast.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's the best way to tell is, you have to, it's funny, like even in the truth teller movement, like I'm in, there's this saying about like, you have to experience it, people have to experience it. They have to see it, feel it, taste it, to know what's truly happening, what's being hidden from them. And, same thing with any product that you might be curious about. If you want to address any certain ailment, is, well, then just try it, like right. Dr. Silverman says that this is a product that has a money back guarantees. There's no barrier as far as that. If it doesn't work, then, well, get your money back. But it's worth the try. We're constantly looking for natural ways to address a lot of the ways that our current society, America, great country of America, has poisoned us. There's so many. I mean, there's poisons in our food, there's poisons in the air, there's toxins in our cleaning supplies. It's everywhere. It's like inescapable. So we need to arm ourselves with whatever gifts that God has given us and shown us to work. And as you said, just take the challenge. And so that's what we're talking about today. Is we're kind of introducing you to ASEA, and this is something I'm going to be doing moving forward right along with you, is taking certain challenges, because I'm still new to learning about the product myself, and been mainly drinking it, and have, again, not gotten sick since. And gosh, what was that like? You tend to lose track of time when you're a new mom. So I feel like it was like, a couple months ago or so that I started, and all that time I've had people that have been sick around me, and I haven't been sick. So that's the challenge that I'm seeing with results. But we're going to be doing some different challenges. Do you want to kind of talk about, intro, when we get back on, different things that we're going to be challenging you and me to do and test out the product with?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice because, like you say, there are a lot of things we cannot control. I can't control what planes are dropping in the air. I can't control that there are no real regular soybeans anymore because of GMOs. There's certain things that we do our best to control, but we can't. But we have a lot of control over our health. And I do Zooms every week where I kind of explain this, and I put a site together that has information. You have your site up there that has great information, really good, and people want to order product, they click join here or buy here, but that's not what this Zoom is really about, what this interview is about. We're just introducing this challenge concept. But you do have a lot of control over your health. And if you put your health in the hands of your doctor, then you're putting your health in the hands of and hoping this person knows other options. And usually they don't. They don't know other things that exist. They're trained like I was, make a diagnosis, Dr. Silverman, and write the appropriate prescription or do the appropriate surgery. And I'm 63. Is it the reason I don't take any medications, and my parents and grandparents did at 63? So I can't say that it is, but I don't. Is it the reason I don't take ibuprofen anymore when I golf? Absolutely. I took ibuprofen every time I golfed once a week from my 30s. Now in my 60s, I'm going to play after this. I play every day. I don't take medications anymore. So you came up with this concept, and I was like, you said it first, and I thought, this is really good. Really, I did. You know what? Because people like a challenge, and even though this sounds too good to be true, when there's no risk physically and there's no risk financially for 30 days, so why don't we do like a 30-day challenge? And it was brilliant. So I think we're going to focus on specific things, specific times. So when the next time I come on, we'll do the topic may be anti-aging. So if it's wrinkles, if it's thinning hair, if it's spots, it's cellulite, whatever it is, it's not, maybe we'll focus on. Say, take the 30-day challenge. The challenge is there'll be a link to order the products, money back guarantee, with a specific pack of products just for the anti-aging benefits of this. And people will take serial photographs beforehand of wrinkles, skin issues, whatever it is, in a room in the same light. They can keep it to themselves or they can submit them if they want to. But the point is, it's a challenge to see if you can prove that this works or it doesn't. And it does. And the photographs will show that. Maybe it'll be a sleep challenge or energy vitality. And we'll put a link together for that, right? And it's like, hey, I want to sleep better, or I want more energy. And you just track your progress, right? It could be weight loss. It could be athletic performance. It could be breathing challenges. It could be so many different things, but there's no risk. Where do you ever have something that has no risk physically or financially with health? And it's fun to do. And then we'll have some support systems set up in there where people can come and ask questions, so that if they're like, hey, I'm doing this, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, Dr. Silverman, how do we do it? So there'll be interaction throughout the challenge where people can do that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're also going to show people how they can get their product for free. It won't even cost them anything. And that's basically, once they know that it works, if they want to join this community, bringing this to the world, they can share it with people that they know, and the company will pay them for that. So we're empowering people to take control of their health, but also their finances. Money is the number one cause of stress, because people don't feel secure. And you're like, do I have enough? I'm in debt, or am I ready for retirement? You know, money doesn't make anybody happy, but it gives them security and it gives them choices, whether it's to buy organic foods or move someplace else that's a safer community. And people that don't have enough money are stuck. They don't have choices. So we're not saying money makes you happy, but we are saying it gives you security, some security for sure, and it gives you choices. So I'm excited about these challenges, Christy.
Yeah, me too. And so we're going to continue to follow up on this. We just wanted to basically introduce what we're going to be doing. And as far as my why, you know, I have been through such a wild adventure, we'll say, in leaving corporate controlled media and going off on my own. And there's always something that comes up that's a challenge, you know, but my why moving forward is going to be supporting the parallel economy, supporting companies that believe in free speech and believe in the American dream, and apart from all of this chaos that surrounds us. And so this is one of those companies that I believe aligns with my values. This is a way that we can help people, because ultimately I kind of had to take a step back and be like, all right, well, what is my why? I want to help people. I want to be in the information battle, but ultimately, what are some action things that we can do to address people's problems while we all endure the craziness that is 2024, right? So that's my why, and hopefully you'll be on board and kind of be in this group with us, something that can help you, something you can take control over. So that is my hope for anyone watching or viewing this video, and there's going to be more to come, right?
Oh, I'm excited to do this with you, and I'm excited to meet you at corporate. And so for people that are curious about the company and the ethics and how it started and how they turned down a big buyout offer from big pharma, which a lot of companies will sell out. You know, things get bought. We were talking about that. You know, someone offers a lot of money to something, and we're going to take this baby and run with it, and all of a sudden it disappears, or they change it because they're greedy, right? If you go to gettingyoungerclub.com, and watch video number 16, it's called The Genesis of ASEA, and it says not for sale. It's worth watching that, because, and there's also a 5-minute video tour through the production facility also. I forgot what number that is on there, but they'll find it at gettingyoungerclub.com. There's no contact information for me there, right? There's not. I mean, the site that people will end up going to order product will be your site, but on these challenges, we're going to have individual links where it's just like you just click it and everything's all set to go. It's going to be very, very simple. So I'm looking forward to it, Christy, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you achieve your why, because my why was very, very similar when I started with this, and now I don't have to do this anymore. I do it because it's a joy, absolute joy.
Just a side note, I tried to post this link in the comments, and one of the, I'll just say one of the platforms that we're currently live on said it was dangerous. So that should tell you that that's where you need to go. They always try and keep you from the truth, keep you from something that's going to help you. So there you go. So I did get around it by, so that's where you go, right? Getting
perfect. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh, yes, that's a huge red flag that's exactly where you need to go, because they don't want you to go there. And you said video number 16, check that out. But we're going to be talking more with Dr. David Silverman in the weeks ahead, and we're going to work out the details of what we want to start with as far as our challenge goes. But thank you so much for introducing folks to this. And I'll be posting this video elsewhere, so share it. And make sure people get the information. If you know anyone that's wanting to look younger or wanting to feel better, most of all, most important, we have to be armed in this battle. We have to be healthy in this battle. And so take the challenge. Just take the challenge, see if it works for you. No problem if it doesn't, you know, but be willing to take the challenge and see if there's something that can make you feel better, healthier, as we all face who knows what's in store for 2000.
Yeah, right.
So yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Dr. David Silverman. And that's going to be it for me. All right. Thanks. And are going to do this, and bye-bye, guys.